If she can do it for herself or pay somebody to do it, why does she need you? I remember when I was a young kid, I had a some kind of issue, and the girl I was dating at the time, or so either she called my mom or I called my mom, and my mom told her, if he need to call me, what does he need you for? So
That's true.
flip it to the other way. If she needs to call somebody else to do anything, what does she need you for?
Hey, welcome back to Black Press. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Now let's get to it.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back. It's your girl Trish
And your boy Mr. Define.
And we are
Black Press.
Happy
New Year!
Raise the roof.
Raise the roof. Yo, really?
People still do that.
Oh my gosh! How old are you again?
Don't
Oh
age me,
man,
okay?
you just aged yourself. You just aged yourself.
For 18.
She said, "Raise the roof." If we still do that, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, Happy New Year! Happy New Year! This is January 1st, 2023, and it's Sunday.
Yes.
The first time I wrote down the date was 1/1/2023 on my ties envelope.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was pretty legit. I was like, oh, this is the first time of the year, because it's Sunday. But Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We're gonna give. Can we give it a big announcement? I'm gonna give the announcement. You want to do it?
We can.
So we haven't been here. If you notice, we haven't dropped a video in a couple weeks, and it's because Oz married now. Oz married now.
But we're married to each other.
She has made me an honest man. We are now Mr. and Mrs. Defined.
I was about to say that.
We are Mr. and Mrs. Defined.
Yes.
I am Mr. Defined. She is the girl Trish Defined.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Yeah. And we are Black Press and Defined Nation. That's where it comes from. But so welcome. But first, let's get the necessities out the way. Please like the video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if this is your first time. Hit that bell for notifications and comment.
And share.
Don't
forget to share.
Yep.
The more people you share, the more we get out and people get into what we're talking about because it's important topics.
Exactly, right? And if you don't like what we're saying, share it anyway and then tell somebody who you shared it with, why you don't like it, so they can tell you that I'm right.
Well, I'm right.
All right. Well, so now that we got that out of the way, one more time, Happy New Year. 2023 is awesome. Just want to give a little motivational tip. If you made it, congratulations. Because somebody didn't make it, somebody's family member didn't make it, somebody's mother, father, sister, brother, daughter, son did not make it to see 2023. So if you are here in 2023, you have a purpose. So just be grateful for it. I say I give all glory to God. And we're going to make the best of 2023. 2022 is in the past. So leave it there. As Elder would say.
Absolutely.
All right. So first topics. I got a little thing we're going to try to do for one, we finna hit you with the hard stuff. We're not playing. We're taking off the kitty gloves, or I'm taking off the kitty gloves. We're gonna hit you with some hard stuff. We're gonna talk about some real stuff that's going on. We're gonna talk about the real things that we need to do, that we need to talk about in our community. And so first things first.
Mm-hmm.
Morgan Stanley. It's a financial company.
Yeah.
Shout out to another content creator, O'Shea Du Jackson. I was listening to one of his videos and he brought it up that Morgan Stanley had an article that predicts that 45% of women will be single by 2023. And it brought up something that got me thinking. But the article itself says single women are expected to grow up 1.2% annually between the years of 2018 up to 2030 compared to the 0.8% of the overall U.S. population. So meaning women are going to start making more money. They've started making more money since 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to make the choice to be single more.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought about it and I was like, it's happening. And I think part of it is the fact that there are more women in America than there are men. But
Yeah.
it got me thinking about why wouldn't a woman want to choose to be
And commit in a
in
relationship.
a relationship and get married like us. So got me on the topic of 6 reasons why black women don't need a man. Black women specifically because we are black press. So we're gonna talk about the black people.
Yes.
And why a black woman, obviously income is going up, education is going up. They say that a lot would say that black women are outpacing black men, and that in a lot of areas are true.
Mm-hmm.
Outpacing as far as progression, and increasing their standard of work. I even noticed it. I did a paper. If y'all know, I'm in school. I'm changing my career, so I went back to school, and I did a paper in the spring semester.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a research paper, so we had to do the surveys to other students, and it was a big survey about men. The question was, are men? Is it cool? Is it not cool for men to be in school?
Mm.
And I had to ask all these questions, create all these questions for the survey, and it was obvious through the answers that it was even noticeable within the school that less men are going to college.
Because I think a lot of men, they feel like once they're out of high school, they have to jump into like a trade or something.
Mm-hmm.
So they go get like a quick trade, and then most of the time they're able to make like quick money,
Yeah.
but it's not sustainable. So they end up having to.
So I think some of it is not sustainable, but I think a lot of it is just more the fact that it's a labor position.
Yeah.
And going to school and college is more so catered to the softer careers.
Yeah.
Versus the harder labor careers.
But it's like, okay, so a lot of times because when men, they leave like high school and stuff, they're not really thinking about like a family and stuff like that, but females do.
Yeah.
So we're like conditioned to think of like a family. You're not only thinking about yourself, but you're thinking about like family wise also.
I don't think that's why women are going to school. I don't think that's why women are going to school. I don't think they're doing it for family. I think they're doing it for self.
Well, like, self, yes, but self, so you can be able to sustain it or maintain your family.
Mm-hmm.
Men more so do it for self because they're trying to, and as I'll tell you right, but they're trying to they're not really thinking about anybody else really until they get like older and it's like, okay, yeah, I have this family now.
So what are they thinking about?
They're thinking about themselves.
What are they? So they're getting all this money for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They want to work and gaining a lot of income for themselves,
Yeah. So that they can attract what they want,
which is
which is somebody. A lot of times, sometimes they go like out of their league. Like they want the female that's like, and this is just like pertaining to some guys, because it's not like a big category of people that's doing it. But from what I see,
mm-hmm.
they want like a specific type of girl, and not a lot of people who fall into that category, like the Kim Kardashians and um like like the big popular females.
So you think is it just men that only want a specific type of girl?
No, females too. They want a specific type of
Definitely,
man, definitely, because you're
definitely.
not just gonna go with anybody. So
So and I asked that question because it was kind of as if you were saying it was had almost had a negative connotation to say that men go for a specific type of girl,
mhm,
but I think we all go for a specific type because everybody, like we all say, oh, I have my type.
yeah, but in my opinion, from what I see, men are more driven by their wants than their needs at first, and then some happen and they get conditioned or something like that, and then they
Wow.
realize it's like something goes off like
Yeah.
click, and
Uh-huh.
then they're like, no, I need to do what I need to do for myself and to maintain like a family, and
Really?
I want to get further in
I'm saying wow because I'm like,
life. I know,
wow, you're
but
saying
no,
exactly the opposite of what I believe is happening.
because I know you don't agree with it, but
Because
from what I see,
mm-hmm.
that's what I'm speaking on. So,
So and I see I see how you can think that
hmm
way, but the very fact that a man is doing things to get a woman,
hmm
like wanting the high status, wanting that income
hmm
to get a woman, is thinking about a family. But what we see in today's uh, society and in our, especially in our community, for black women intentionally like put forth the idea and like black women intentionally let it be known that I'm doing this for me.
hmm
It's always I'm loving me.
it's some
So
type of
but what I want to say is
hmm
it's always what comes out of black women's mouths is I'm loving me.
yeah.
So it's never it's ne- I so that's why I say I don't agree with with black women doing it for a family
hmm
because it's so often that she says I'm doing this for me.
Because you're naturally conditioned to do it for your family. You're not conditioned to do it for yourself. How people came about saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start doing me. I'm gonna
Yes.
start doing me."
Right.
Because normally you're conditioned, okay, to make it somewhere, help out your family,
Mhm.
help out your younger siblings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's not just about you doing you and getting to where you need to be. It's you get into a position of helping
Yeah.
others. It's not just you get into a position of being self sufficient and building on your own. You're supposed to look back and help others.
So question.
So
What is the woman's as a woman, what do you believe the woman's definition of family is?
family. Nowadays it's you, like immediate family is whoever you're with, because not a lot of people are marrying nowadays. So it's your significant other, your children, and that's your knit in home immediate family.
So you believe that women are coming out of high school and going into college to get a degree for their non husband significant other and their child.
Some of them, yes, and some of them before they're even out of high school have children to support. So you have this family that's already made, and you have to support them. So you have to do what you have to do to get to where you need to be in order to provide for them.
Yeah. So is she doing? And that's what I'm saying. I don't believe she's actually acting with the intent of doing for a full family. She's acting on with the intent to provide for her and her children.
Yeah, but that's what her intentions would be, but um that's not what the conditioning goes towards. It goes towards
The conditioning,
as in like outside factors. Like, say you come from like a family of 5 and you're the oldest. You graduate, you finish school, you don't have any kids. You're doing very well for yourself. They're gonna look to you to help those 4 other younger siblings and to help your single parent as a mom. So that it comes from a lot of like single parent households. We have two parent household. A lot of times it doesn't happen because they have their each other to rely on. So if one of the siblings needs something, they'll go to one of the parents, or they'll go to like an extended family member and they'll help them.
Yeah,
because that's their village. But nowadays we don't really have a village. We have the oldest helps all the younger ones.
Why do you think we don't have a village though?
Because people.
Why do you think we don't have a 2-parent household?
Because a lot of people, they're starting to do them, and people aren't happy or satisfied in their relationship, so they seek outside sources. And nowadays you have so many things that's available to you, such as like social media. You have people that's you could just be on there minding your business and somebody's in your DMs reaching out to you or sending you a friend request.
A reach out doesn't necessarily mean you end up in a whole different relationship.
But it builds. So
what builds?
The relationship. Because if you have a friend that's online, they're liking all your pictures, commenting on all your stuff, they're showing you like support. You're like they're almost,
and you letting that support show enough for you to start to, or not you, but the person is letting that support convince them that they should start talking to that person, even though they have a significant other.
Yes, because it's almost something, because some people get more support from their online database than they do at home. Because at home it's so stressful that when it comes to supporting your other person, you kind of fall short because you're stressed out by so much stuff that's going on in the house.
I think you might be falling short because you're paying attention to the comments online.
That too, but this is how they think. This is really how they think. They think like they have more support in their online database because it's not real, basically. But you have that support, that supportive friend, that somebody cheering you on and stuff like this. You post something, they're commenting, they're showering you with affection and stuff, but you're not getting that at home.
That's because we're not.
So if
you're not getting that, then I think the first question that should be asked is, are you giving that?
Yeah.
Because we all, and I've done it. I've done it where I start to, well, if I get into a stressful situation, I might not give as much to you, but I also might have put myself in a mindset where I'm going through this, but I am not feeling enough. I don't feel like I'm getting enough at this very moment. Or you're asking me for more when I'm already feeling stressed, and now I find that you're not giving me what I need, but these DMs are giving me what I need. But in actuality, my stress has caused me to give less and to resent you more when it's not the case. But that's how I see it, because my stress is already causing me to think differently than what I would normally be thinking. And then these DMs are giving me that dopamine hit of, that somebody liked my picture.
Yeah.
And then he sent the heart eyes, or she sent the heart eyes, and then it's like, oh, I'm gonna respond, and it's like, wait a minute, the same amount of response I could have gave that I'm giving to you, in the DMs is what I could have gave and attempted to receive.
Yeah, and a lot of a lot of it you really have it's that, and that's how the cookie crumbles. You got a cookie, you start hammering at it, it's gonna crumble. That's why it's not always a good idea to always post like a whole bunch of pictures and stuff online, because you're gonna get that attention.
Mm-hmm.
Print out your picture, post it in your house.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with that? Give people heart stickers and let them put hearts on on your pictures in your house, so that you have that.
But it's not enough.
But
That's the
see,
thing. We need more people. We are validating ourselves by how many different people, how many
Yeah.
different people like us.
Mhm.
Not how many likes or how much love we get from the one that we say we want the love from.
Mhm.
No, it's not enough. I got to get that hit from as many people out there that I can. And that's what gives me validation. Not
Mhm.
the one that loves me at the house, but the one that don't even know who I am, but just
Yeah.
likes me for my physical aspects
Mhm.
or what I'm flashing. So anyway, that went off way before. Like, I'm trying to get to these specific topics, and
Yeah. But
We
we hit
didn't
some
hit.
good stuff. So like, just tell us in the comments what you think. Like,
Yeah, what do you think that we are doing in relationships
mm-hmm.
that are causing us to end up in single parent relationships?
Yeah.
What's causing us? And I think a big thing of it is empathy.
Mm-hmm.
That we don't give each other empathy in a relationship.
Yeah.
So because we tend to externalize
Mm-hmm.
the issues that we're having on our inside on
Mm-hmm.
them and saying that they're not doing enough for me,
Yeah.
when in fact you're focusing on your issues, and then you're not doing enough for them and the issues that they might be having.
Yeah. Everybody's going for like some type of
But it's tough.
self gratification.
Yeah, life is tough. Love is tough. Relationship is tough because I have to maintain my own sanity. I have to maintain the things that I'm trying to do, and then I have to try to feed into you
Mm-hmm.
when I'm going through stressful points,
Yeah.
and then you're going through stressful points, and both of us are upset because we're not getting what we want from the other person when the other person is going through stress that we haven't even noticed because we're too busy worried about our stress. And it's like, I don't like you, you don't like me. Wait, I loved you, but I didn't love you. And then, you know what? Fine, let's just call it quits.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't wait this relationship out 1, 2, 3 years. Now we got a kid or
Yeah.
two. Well, we didn't figure this stuff out in the beginning. Anyway, but that's not what I want to do. I really see, and I had to like go back because some of the stuff you were saying, I was like, yo, you hitting up on men, and I don't like that, yo. I don't like that. Like,
But I gotta
don't be
put y'all
trying to
on the
blame.
spot. I
Don't be
have
trying to blame it on us because. And then I don't even want to say what I was finna say because I'm finna get on men for real.
Mm.
Like, I'm finna give, like, from the woman's perspective,
Mhm.
why the black woman does not need the black man.
Yeah.
When she's saying I don't need a man, I don't need you. There's reasons why she's saying it, and I think we need to understand that.
Yeah.
So, number one, we're taking it all the way back.
Mm-hmm.
We're taking it all the way back to the early 1600s.
Okay.
The early 1600s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Men want to come into a relationship as the strong, the head, the I'm superior
Mm-hmm.
because I'm a
Macho
man. There's a lot of men, and I've been guilty of it at times, where because I'm a man, I deserve respect, and we all deserve respect, not because we're men, but because we're humans. But because I'm a man, I am superior to the woman and this is what gets me, especially in part of the black community, especially online, is
Mm-hmm.
where we're saying, oh, well, men did this, men did that, men did this. No. Don't say men. The white man. The white man did all of this. We could have did a lot, but we didn't do the right things where we were in our own country, in our first country. But the first reason, and I'm just gonna get to it. The first reason why a black woman don't need a black man is because black men and black women at the start of a relationship are equal. And you know why? Slavery made us equal. Not even just slavery. The whole colonizers, the European colonizers, from the time black people, Africans, stepped off the ship onto stepped onto the ship off of African soil, past the point of no return. Once you pass through those gates of no return, the black man and the black woman were equal. Why? Because the black man and the black woman were subject to whatever that European wanted and chose to do with them.
Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. We are back, and you know what that means. Like, comment, share,
and subscribe. So, in order to get to have a woman that actually respects and actually appreciates you, you have to be somebody that's giving them something that they can't get from somewhere else. If they can pay for it, they don't need you.
Yeah.
If I can call somebody if I can call my brother, well, actually, no, brother is different, because if I what I can do for my sisters when it comes to everything else other than at home in their room. But so I give you an example. There's only a couple things. There's a couple things that there's a couple men that have strong women, but have done things that nobody else has been able to do. Yeah. One, biggest one, Barack Obama. With Michelle Obama. So, when I say do something she can't do for herself, or that no other man can do, nobody else has been a black president. Yeah. There hasn't been a woman president. So for you to get a woman, a black woman that is able to do for herself, to actually feel like she needs you in her life, you got to be able to do something that she can't provide for herself. You got to be a leader that can lead a country. Yeah. Jay-Z. He's reached the pinnacle. He's reached a point in his career where he has transcended the music industry and gone on to do way more things. Yeah. You got to be pretty awesome. You got to be somebody outstanding to meet and get respect and love and honor from somebody like Beyonce. And then do what he did and still keep her. Yeah. You heard that ring the alarm song. Yeah. But even so, also with your girl Carisha, aka my term Lucretia, right? Look, Diddy, even though he ain't married anybody, he controls for the most part. He controls his relationships. Why? Because it ain't too many other men out there that can do what Diddy's done. And what he's doing, because and he's still doing. He makes his own plans. Yeah, like, he has his own narrative. Yeah. So again, if she can do it for herself or pay somebody to do it, why does she need you? I remember when I was a young kid, I had some kind of issue, and the girl I was dating at the time, so either she called my mom or I called my mom, and my mom told her, if he need to call me, what does he need you for? So that's true. Flip it to the other way. If she needs to call somebody else to do anything, what does she need you for? You cannot expect to be the head of your household if she don't need you. And I'll not to put myself on any kind of horse, but when we started in a relationship, one of the first things I said was like, remember one of the first things I said? I was like, I sent in a text message. I'm working on my car and texting you like, whatever you do, don't do nothing with your car without talking to me about it first.
Mhm.
Oil change, I ain't gotta take it to no shop.
Yeah.
Tires, I ain't gotta take it to no shop. Anything when you talk about electrical work or woodwork or whatever it is, you don't have to ask somebody else.
Mm-hmm. And I remember the garden.
Yeah.
I drew out a plan. And I was like, yeah, I wanted my garden to look like this.
Yeah.
And I showed you. And then you came with the wood, and then your supplies the next day. Yeah.
It's like sometimes you gotta be better.
Mm-hmm.
And bottom line, if you want to get the respect, if you want a woman to respect you as somebody that is capable of leading her, you gotta be capable of leading her and doing things that she's not capable
of doing herself.
Or either capable or knowledgeable of doing herself. Because she can, like, you can pay somebody to do fix your car. Like last week, last week, right? Replacing the battery, figuring out the fact that it's not the alternator, but it's the battery.
Yeah.
Like things like that. You can pay somebody a whole lot of money. Mm-hmm. Oh, I can go figure it out myself, and then all we do is buy a battery.
Yeah. Yeah, because remember the guy, I took it somewhere.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, it's the alternator." Or
we took it to Advanced Auto Parts.
Yeah.
And we took it to the Advanced Auto Parts that you usually go to. Mm-hmm. And he said,
so convincing, right?
Yeah, he said it was an alternator. And when he said it was an alternator, and I looked at it, I was like, that's gonna cost some money. And it ain't gonna cost money because of the part. Mm-hmm. It's gonna cost money because of the labor. Yeah. The labor is gonna cost you more than anything because the part itself, you probably won't, especially after you pay after you get the core charge back, mm-hmm. you gonna $70, $80, maybe $100 for an alternator. Yeah, maybe $150. I don't know. You got that platinum vehicle, but for me to be able to say, no, you need to do this, this, and this. Mm-hmm. That's one of the big reasons that black women don't need a man. Because if she can financially do it herself, mm-hmm. and it's gonna do the same thing, and about come out the same way, she don't need you. All right, that was number one. So I'm gonna pump through the second one quicker, hopefully. Okay. All right, I will pump through the second one quicker. Mm-hmm. All right.
Depends on what it is.
It is no, because you're gonna agree with this. You're gonna agree with this. I promise you're gonna agree with it.
Okay.
100%. Okay. Seeing is believing.
Yeah. Because if you don't have a vision, it's hard to follow you.
I'm not even talking about that.
And I'm so serious because so many people have dreams, mm-hmm. but dreams you wake up from. It's just something that you get like a couple hours through. Mm-hmm. It's just a dream. But when you actually have a vision, a goal, and a plan, that's something that can be followed. Yeah. And sought all the way through.
Without a vision, the people perish. Mm-hmm. And that wasn't what I was talking about, but you made a good point on that. Yeah. So I'm a roll on that, and then I'm gonna talk about why my part of seeing is believing. Mm-hmm. Because it is a vision. A woman gonna need a woman. If you bring all right, so man, if you bring to your woman saying, "Oh, I want to do this in life," and it ain't like, if it's not higher than what she doing, mm-hmm.
yeah, you lose interest.
She like, and guess what? This whole idea of women should like basic men. Mm-hmm. I don't agree. Yeah. You why would you want a woman to follow you if you ain't going nowhere? Mm-hmm. Like, how can you say, I'm going to be the leader of this household? Oh, where we going? Nowhere. We're going to sit right here. We're going to pay this mortgage. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of times, and pay this mortgage is a good thing. Some of them, we're going to pay this rent on this apartment, this little 3-room apartment, and then, wait, I want 4 kids. This 3-room apartment, what? And every Tuesday night I'm playing on Call of Duty. Mm-hmm. No, I can't do Tuesday night because that's NBA. So every Wednesday night I'm doing Call of Duty, and then Every Thursday night, I'm doing Thursday night football.
Mm-hmm.
And then every Friday night, I might hang out or I might go out. And every Saturday night, we got college football.
Yeah.
So I can't do nothing on Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Sunday night, all day Sunday, all day Saturday, I got NFL.
Mm-hmm.
And then Monday, I gotta go back to work. But then I got Monday night football. And then Tuesday night basketball again. And then sometimes it might be the World Series, so I gotta watch that. Even though baseball is boring, unless something really good happens, I gotta watch that. But you need to follow me because I'm a leader, and we going places. We only going to Kroger and back, but we going places. Don't know women want that. They don't.
They got too much time on their hands.
Mm-hmm. Like you have to have a vision, but it has to be a vision, even if it's something small, a vision that we want to do this and this is okay. It don't even have to be I want to have this grandiose business.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I want us to work for the next couple of years and save some money and get out of debt.
Yeah.
And then I want us to buy us a nice little quaint 3-room house.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want us to stay in that house. And then even if we stay in that house and I want us to make sure instead of paying off our mortgage in 30 years, we're going to pay it off in 27.
Mm.
And then by that time, our kids will be graduated high school and then we can just chill out for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
But that's a vision.
Mm-hmm.
She at least there will be a woman that don't need a grandiose vision, but you got a vision at least to own a house and be able to provide for the kids and then relax after retirement.
Mm-hmm.
But ain't no if a vision to just we gonna sit in this apartment and then we gonna rent this house.
Yeah.
There has to be some kind of vision. I'm gonna leave it at that on that part. But because just to support what you were saying. But when I said seeing is believing, it relates to the first one. Mm-hmm. So seeing is believing, meaning if she does not, the woman does not have to actually be doing the greatness herself. Mm-hmm. She doesn't have to be doing it. If I can see someone else doing it, I'm still equal to you. Because if I wanted to do it, I could do it. And if I did do it, I'd be better than you. So you're not better than me. Here's my point. This one, I'll give an example, right? If I'm a woman and I had a kid, I made bad choices. I had a kid early, but then I went to school and I got I'm a nurse and I'm doing that and I'm surviving with my kid and we ain't doing great, but we doing something, right? Mm-hmm. But then I get with you as a dude and you want me to respect you because you coming in with this little bit of money or you coming in with some money. But you can be coming in with a lot of money. Mm-hmm. It still don't matter because if you ain't doing something big that I can't accomplish myself, you're not gonna get that kind of respect from me. And guess what? Even though I'm not accomplishing myself, I know that there's a woman CEO out there doing something. I can say, I don't know, name a woman CEO. It's one out there though. Mm-hmm. If I know there's a woman doing Oprah. Mm-hmm. That's a great point. That's a great point because if any woman knows that Oprah is doing great, I could be Oprah if I really put forth the effort. So therefore, you not my superior. We are equal, or I'm even greater because I know you can't do better than Oprah, and I know if I really put the work in, I can do better than Oprah, or I can do as good as Oprah doing. So why am I giving you respect? Can you beat Oprah? No.
But in that mindset, you would have to be kind of negative into looking at the glass half empty to have that frame
for
of
a
mind.
woman or a man?
For a woman, because if you're with somebody and you plan on like building with them and stuff, you don't look at what they provide as like a weakness or like something that's not level with you,
And then
unless unless they're not performing at their potential.
This is where I kind of disagree because, like I said, the fact that if I'm a woman, believe that I am capable of that. Whether I've done it or not, I know it's possible. Therefore, regardless of what you're doing, I know I could do that. Yeah. And that's what I say, and especially for women, like men are less. Men are not as much seeing as believing. Men are more of effort is believing, and then as I do more, I get more confidence out of doing what I did. Women are more of I see it, it's possible, therefore I believe I can do it, even if I haven't put it in the work. Like not that I can receive those benefits if I haven't put in the work, but if I so choose to put in the work, then I could be there. So don't play yourself. If I wanted to do it, I could do it. But I made the wrong choice. But I might see if I had made the right choice. It reminds me of that Hustle and Flow. You remember Hustle and Flow with Terrence Howard? If I'm wrong, but I'm right, but I could be wrong. I mean, but I'm right. I might be wrong, but I could be right. And if I'm right, then I'm not wrong. So either way I go, I'm still right. If I might not be doing it right now, but I could do it if I wanted to do it. And if I did do it, then I would be doing it, and I'd be doing it great. Because I know she did it, and I mean I can do it. That means I don't need to. I can do it, so I'm not worried about it. Because you still not at the level that I could be if I wanted to be, if I did the work, but I don't want to.
That's
when I can.
Woulda, coulda, wait.
Right.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda. How you said? Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Yeah, if you woulda, if you coulda, but you can't, so you ain't.
Yeah, I don't.
Was that Birdman or Manny Fresh? You woulda if you coulda, but you can't, so you ain't. I think it was Manny Fresh, but that I see like there is a lot of that. That's a big woman empowerment thing. I can. Are you doing it? No, but I can. So that's why I am so awesome, because you can do it, or because you are doing it. Because I can do it if I wanted to.
I don't see that. I'll have to.
If I wanted to, I could do it. On this one. If I wanted to, I could. So I don't need to respect you for however great you're doing. I could be doing greater if I wanted to. So, no. I see that a lot. I see that a lot in our community. Like, it's and that's when. So that's when you get to those points. Sometimes you'll see those discussions or disagreements where a woman who has not reached a certain level will not be able to receive correction from a man that has reached a certain level, because I don't need to respect you, because if I wanted to be where you are, I could be. And that's why I don't need to listen to you.
Maybe, but
I'll accept that. I'm gonna take that. Where's my New Year's horn? I got a maybe. That's a win.
I need to hear it.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I coulda if I wanted to, so I don't need to worry about what you're doing. Because if I chose to get off my butt and work a little bit harder, or if I had not made a decision that might have put me back and made me have to support a family before I was ready to support a family, if I'd have put that work in earlier, I could have been there. Therefore, anybody worry about what you got.
Those are negative Nancy's.
Anybody worry about your little funky $100 million?
We don't have time.
Nobody care you making $150,000 a year. I could do that if I wanted to.
We don't have time for negative Nancy's.
But that's number one and number two. Number one and number two of why a black woman does not need a man. Number 3, 4, 5 and 6 coming in the next episodes.
Stay tuned.
So stay tuned. Come visit us next week for the next answers of why a black woman doesn't need a man.
And it's good.
It's good.
It's good.
Because you was writing my stuff down when we was driving. Like, I'm writing notes down. We were driving up to Atlanta, and I'm like trying to write it in my notebook. She's like, "You want me to write it?" I was like, "Yeah." And now I'm like dictating notes, and I ain't telling her. I'm giving her just enough for the title, but everything I say to her is for shock value. I was like, I ain't telling you nothing. I'm just writing it. You just write the title, and I expound on it later.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, go ahead and like the channel, like this video, please. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification button on the side, on the right side, and comment and share.
Yes.
We are Black Press, and we are going to go into the next subject
I thought we was leaving the show.
right after this.
Yay.
Hey, welcome back to Black Press. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Now let's get to it.
Hey, welcome back to We Are
Black Press.
I'm your girl.
I love doing that.
I'm your girl Trish, and
I'm your boy, Mr. Defined.
all right, so let's get into it. So, Happy New Year to
Again,
everybody.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Our family, friends, and followers. We love you all. But
Yes. Wait.
Yeah.
Speaking of followers, send this to somebody else, please, and subscribe. Have them subscribe to the channel. Yo, we are the goal
yes, for
of
this year.
2023.
Mhm.
What's our goal? What's your goal?
I want to reach at least get us to 100 by say April.
No.
Yeah.
Yo, you lowballing the crap out of this. I want 100 by the end of January.
By the end of January. Okay, let's do it.
I want 100,000 by
Alright.
the end of 2023.
Okay, we gonna push.
We gotta go big. Cause
Yeah,
here's the
push.
thing though.
I shouldn't go.
No,
soft.
and this is one of the things I got in my book.
Yeah.
If we shoot for 100,000,
Mm-hmm.
and we're trying to reach that,
Mm-hmm.
we'll reach 30,000 faster
Yeah.
because we're trying to go. We'll reach 30,000.
Mm-hmm.
If we reach 30,000 halfway through, we probably better than we would have did if we was just trying to get 100 by April. You know what I'm saying?
So
Because
we do
we're
a
trying.
benchmark, and
Yeah.
then this is our benchmark, and then that's what we're trying to.
So military term: shoot big, miss big.
Yeah.
Shoot small, miss small.
Mm-hmm.
So if I shoot small, and I'm aiming for a smaller target,
Mm-hmm.
I can still hit the enemy
Mm-hmm.
because he's wider than what I'm aiming at.
Yeah.
If I'm aiming for something like super big,
Mm-hmm.
it's easier to not hit exact target.
Yeah, and that makes sense. Like, it's so important to share and like tell somebody about it, because we have a goal to reach out to people. We're trying to help our community,
Yes.
but we can't do that without the help and support of you guys. So we need you guys to like share,
and
comment,
yeah.
subscribe, tell somebody about it. You driving to work, listen to it on your way to work.
Mm-hmm.
Just spread the.
And we're gonna have some
spread the word.
merchandise coming out soon, but we're also a part of one of the companies that I have is to try to create income that feeds back into the community.
Yeah.
I want one of my company, which is now our company, to create an actual flowing economy that feeds into nonprofit that can consistently give back without just waiting on donations. So if you want to donate by subscribing, and donate again by sharing the video. That's all I'm asking.
Mm-hmm.
Just subscribe, share. and hit the like for the YouTube algorithm. But subscribe and share so we can keep this thing going. We're trying to make big things happen. I'm telling you, big things are coming in our future, and you're part of it. So, oh,
That's yes on
to the topic. To the topic for the future. For the future,
Yes.
we need to learn the lessons from 2022.
We do.
So, ladies first. What are your lessons? What
My
lessons do you
lessons?
want to give to the community?
You put me on spot, huh? Right. So my biggest lessons from 2022 is that you most definitely have to watch your circle.
Mm-hmm.
You have to watch it. Be more aware of your surroundings, and make a plan and a mission for where you want to go in life. And that's why I say mission, because it's something that you actually have to take action to do.
Yeah.
So actually make the mission and plan for life.
That was your lesson?
I don't want to give. I can't give away all my goodness. You put me on the spot, so
I did that on purpose because you was gonna. If I didn't ask you, you was gonna ask me. So you was gonna put me on the spot. So you gotta put. I gotta put you on the spot before you put me on the spot.
Well,
really? I'll ask a question. So what happened in 2022 that taught you your biggest lesson?
Just what I was saying, like who you surround yourself around.
Yeah, but what I'm asking is, how did you learn that lesson?
Because
what happened in life that allowed you to learn that lesson?
Okay, so when you have like a friend and they're like dropping certain clues
Mm-hmm.
or excluding you from stuff,
Mm-hmm.
or is not supportive, like the type of friend that you should have.
Yeah.
You see signs of that. You can't bypass that or look past it.
Yeah.
If that person isn't going in the direction of where you need to go and where you're growing,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's time to cut people off.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can't just do it by saying, "Oh, I'm not really into hanging out." Sometimes you just gotta go cold turkey,
Mm-hmm.
because they're always trying to like roll you back in.
Yeah.
And once they do that, then you're back
In
into
the same rut.
Yeah, you're back into the
Same
same place,
Mm-hmm.
and you're wondering, is this my friend or is this my frenemy?
Yeah.
So
And then you end up like
Mhm.
the young lady down there
yeah,
in Mexico. Yep.
and a frenemy is no frenemy. If I
Yeah.
have to question your friendship
Mm-hmm.
and whether you're genuine or actually my friend,
Mm-hmm.
there's no room for growth, and that's where the relationship stops.
Mm-hmm.
You have to learn when to cut people off and when to cut people out of your life.
That's a great point. That's a great point, especially after Shanquela, right? That was her
Mhm.
name.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's a great
Forgive
point.
us if we're saying it wrong, but
Yeah. I
all
think
due
it's
respect.
Shanquela.
Mhm.
Down in Mexico.
Mhm.
I haven't heard any recent news about that either. Like I
No,
know they were
they're supposed to be
one
extradited.
person was getting extradited,
Mhm.
but that's I think I would not put it past to say that there might have been some clues that could have showed her
Yeah.
that these were not the people she wanted to
Yeah,
be
there's
around.
definitely always clues, like the sneak disses
Yeah.
and the jokes on you, everybody
Yeah.
laughing but you.
But you, yeah.
Yeah, no, you have to look out for stuff like that,
Mhm.
because that's where it
Yeah,
ends.
because it starts with that, and then it ends with something that could be incredibly horrific.
Mhm.
That could cost you your life.
Life-threatening.
Yeah, and I'd lead into that. Not so much something that happened to me,
Mhm.
but something that has been going on in the community.
Mhm.
I'll say the way I'll start it off is just I remember. Do you remember the you remember the Jaws movie?
Mhm.
And then you know the dun 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 dun, ah! And somebody gets bit. right?
Yeah.
But as I was growing up, it was always where we were all looking at the TV like, see there you go again, doggone white people jumping in that ocean water. No, it's sharks out there jumping in the ocean water.
I like the ocean though.
Some people do, but I like when I know a shark be there. But then also where you go when there's multiple shark attacks that be in the same location and people still be going there. Honestly, even them surfers, man, I ain't doing that.
Cause they don't think, oh, it's not me.
But my point is before I go off on that tangent, because I go on a tangent about going in the ocean. I ain't messing with nothing I'm not messing with no part of the ocean that's over chest deep. But funny story that happened with that. But I'm not gonna dig into that story. I'll tell y'all that story on a different day. I think I might have talked about it before, but so we was always like, doggone white people jumping in that water. See there? That's why I don't mess with the ocean. That's why I don't be swimming out there in the ocean, But we do the same thing in other areas as a us community, as a black community. And I've learned that with Takeoff, and even more recently with Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion, with that whole incident, because, and I don't want to pick either side, because at the end of the day, a black woman got shot and a black man went to jail.
Yeah. So
I'm not gonna say either one actually turned out great. I mean, somebody didn't end up in jail, but a black man ended up in jail. But I also want to say that Tory Lanez got his American dream, because Tory Lanez was Canadian.
Yeah.
So he's probably be deported after he serves his time in the States. So he got the American dream. He showed up. He got large success. He got the money. He got the fame. He got the girls. He got all of that. But then you also got the American dream that they don't tell you about, which is the subjugation to criminal prosecution. The American Nightmare. He got, yes, exactly. The American Dream. He got the American Dream and the American Nightmare. And all of that is, we in our community, and especially in the hip hop industry, we're intentionally diving into the water where we know it's shark infested. Yeah. That, like, if you go into areas where it's shark infested, you should not be like, oh, woe is me, I got bit by a shark. If you know that the environment that you're in, and that's my lesson for 2022, out of 2022. Yeah. If you're in an environment where you're likely to get bit, then you should expect to get bit.
Well, they know the dangers of being in that community and being around like certain people,
but nobody thinks they're gonna get bit.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Just like those folks that swimming with sharks, or them folks that's in the beach. Everybody that is old enough to know that sharks exist in the ocean know that you're possibly gonna get. There's a possibility, and then they always say there's a more than likely possibility that you're dying in a plane accident or plane crash than by a shark bite or a shark attack. But it's happening a whole lot more.
Because you have a sense of security. Like, if it hasn't happened to you, you have a sense of security. Like, it hasn't happened to me, so I'm straight. I can go in different neighborhoods and not worried about getting robbed or something happening to me. I'm straight. It happens to you. I'm straight. It hasn't happened. Until it happens to you, then you'll be like, man, that happened to me. I need to be more careful or more vigilant or look more. But
Mhm.
if you're part of the group that's actually doing that, you think you're okay because it hasn't fell down to you yet.
Yeah,
But you
that's
live by
what
the sword and you die by the sword. So
I
basically,
I
that's what
don't even think it's
happens.
living by the sword and dying by the sword,
It
but just
pretty
because.
much is.
But Takeoff,
Mhm.
Takeoff, everybody said Takeoff was chill.
Yeah.
Some of his music was about dying by the sword or living that life, but he wasn't actually active in that.
Mhm.
But guess what happened? You was in shark infested waters, bruh.
Mhm.
You cannot jump in shark infested waters and believe that you will never get bit.
But that's his security blanket. Like, if this is where he came up and grew up around, and that's what he's used to,
Right.
you're not gonna leave that environment and go to somewhere else because you're not gonna feel secure and safe there.
Right.
Even regardless of if it's regardless of if it's protected and you have your bodyguards and stuff like, you're not gonna feel safe there. But in your community, you think my people have my back. I'm gonna be okay here. I'm straight here until something pops off, and then everybody run and leave you, and you just standing there defending yourself.
You know what I just thought about? It's about being when the fish are in the school, they think they're safe, and the school is actually designed to be
to be a
to
wall
look
of
bigger,
protection.
and it looks bigger,
Mhm.
right? But when you're in a wall of protection, you're in a school and you think you're safe, but you're still in the ocean.
Yeah.
You're still in the water, and you can still get bit. You can still get eaten by a shark. And the reason I brought up the analogy of the sharks is because that's my point. We're saying I'm safer in this. We're telling ourselves I'm safer. Just the same way people that actually do swim with sharks say, "Oh, they're safer. You're more than likely to die in a plane accident from them getting bit by a shark." But then we see people get bit by a shark, and then what is the thing that they tell you if there's sharks around? They say, "Oh, don't splash and swim away." What the f? What do you mean? If I see a shark, I'm swimming as hard as I can to get away. Talk about don't splash. They might mistake you for a fish. Yeah, look, I'm telling you, we can call it. Yes, this is your environment. This is how you feel safe, but you know you're in shark infested waters. If you feel safe, you're just as crazy as them white people out there diving in the ocean with sharks. Am I wrong? Is there some kind of insanity of knowing that sharks eat and kill and they are hunters, and then you get bit by a shark thinking, or while you're talking about, oh, they're safe, and then saying I'm in this type of community, I'm in this type of environment, and I know these people are sharks, but I'm safe.
Yeah. So it all boils down to the environment, what's going on and stuff. If you're not gonna feel, if you're from like a certain section and you get pulled from that and you get put in pot and prodded in something else, you're not gonna feel comfortable. And if you don't feel comfortable, you don't feel safe, you're not gonna stay there.
But
you're gonna always naturally go back to.
But he did.
You're not gonna feel safe, and
it was ready to go.
You're not gonna feel safe.
But you know how you started it off? When you started off about it depends on the environment.
Yeah.
And you know what you sound like? When you started saying that, it made me think of this. She sounds like those shark lovers that say, "Oh, you just have to not move suddenly. You have to not splash because you don't want to spook the sharks, because then they might think you're a fish and you might get bit." No. What you're doing is trying to explain away an actual insane thing, which is, dude, you're swimming with freaking sharks.
Yeah, but even if you're swimming with sharks, there's other dangers. It's not just the sharks. So even in the sense of an ocean and comparing it to people, you can be in this environment with people that are unsavory or a certain type of life.
Mm-hmm.
But you can be around regular blue collared people and they're just as bad. So you're not where you
Yeah, but
grow
what's the
up.
likeliness?
But where you grow up and you go around, you have a sense of security. You have your security blanket.
Yeah, but
so naturally, that's where you're gonna feel comfortable. And
but
that's where
was
you're gonna feel
Takeoff
safe.
secure?
He probably, of course, he wasn't secure being around people that weren't looking out for him or people that he was just a.
Are you saying that people
bystander.
weren't looking out for him?
No, I'm saying he was an innocent bystander.
Right.
So
are people swimming in the waters that has sharks there. They're all innocent bystanders.
Mm-hmm.
The shark is not out there like, I'm going to hunt for a man today.
Mm-hmm.
You're innocent bystanders because you're in the environment. You've placed yourself in the environment of the shark.
Yeah, well, that's guilty by association. That's why, like, if somebody gets pulled over in a car, everybody in the car is getting charged.
So are you saying that people that jump in the water, if you go to the ocean and you get bit by a shark, that's your fault?
Basically, if you know the dangers, of course, it's your fault. But
right. That's why I'm arguing the point. Hey, don't be in the environment. Don't trick yourself into saying that you're safe.
Mm-hmm.
If don't jump into shark infested waters. Tory Lanez was in shark infested waters in that environment. Mm-hmm. So even he might have been the shark. If he's the shark, then Megan Thee Stallion is in shark infested waters. Mm-hmm. When you're in that environment, you're leaving yourself open to getting bit. And you might lose a limb or you might lose your life. Mm-hmm. That's my lesson for 2022. You might, if you stay in that environment for long enough, mm-hmm. every time you get into that water with sharks, every time you step into that environment mm-hmm. where people are living that type of lifestyle, you are giving yourself one more opportunity to get bit, lose a limb, or lose a life. So, I'll close it out with this. I'll close it out with this on my point. We had our wedding. Mm-hmm. We got married. She said I do. I said I do too. No, actually, they made me say. She made me. I had to go first. But what we did for my bachelor party, because I'm of an age that I've experienced so much, I was just like, yo, let's chill around the area, pop up a bonfire, drink on something, and listen to some music and get a vibe here. Mm-hmm. And we was going to a club, and I was like, I don't need to be in that environment. I don't know them. Yeah. I know all of you. I know my people. Mm-hmm. And I know that we can have fun and enjoy each other mm-hmm. without having to be in that environment. Yeah. Why would I intentionally place myself in that environment and then I also was like, why would I go here and spend however many dollars on each shot when we have libations over here? Mm-hmm. When there's libations, like what are we doing?
So you stayed within your security.
Yes. And my security blanket was soft, warm, and cuddly. How you got if you want to talk about security blanket ain't, if your security blanket is prickly and liable to suffocate you, that ain't if you call that security, okay.
Yeah, that's what they used to. That's what some people are used to, though.
But I remember that. Never mind. I was finna talk, but yeah, I'm gonna talk. It reminded me of that how they recalled the weighted blanket for babies. Mm. Like, who thought that was a good idea? And you said it. Who thought that was a good idea? A weighted blanket for babies that don't have muscles developed to even move themselves out from up under the blanket.
Because even with my weighted blanket, like I put it on, and sometimes I wake up, I'm so sore.
Yeah. Yo, that's a meme. Like,
I be hurt. My shoulder be hurt.
That's a meme. Folks out here dying from weighted security blankets. That's what people out. There's people out here dying because they got weighted security blankets. That's weighing them down.
Yeah, I love my weighted blanket.
But it's people out here
It helps-
dying in life because weighted security blankets.
Keeps me comfortable. Helps me sleep.
Mm-hmm. And you wake up, but you wake up with somebody out here going out and they trying to maintain that that
Yeah.
life that makes them feel comfortable, and it feels comfortable until it suffocates you.
It takes growth. It takes growth to get out of certain situations.
Just like it takes growth for a baby to get out of a security blanket. That's why they recalled it.
Yeah.
Out
So
of
it
out
just
of a
takes-
weighted blanket.
It just takes growth.
I'm gonna need some people to recall their security blanket in life.
Mhm.
You need to recall that. That's not safe.
Yeah.
What, your security blanket? That's not secure, bro.
Mhm.
That's not security. It's out to take you out. So in 2022, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Then you want to talk about the whole thing about bringing 2022 with you? Oh,
Yeah.
that
But
part.
before we do that, I want comment and let us know your reflections of 2022. I'm always interested in seeing other people's perspectives and seeing what they've learned and accomplished, and it can help somebody else grow. So let
Yeah.
us know.
What did
Wait.
you learn from 2022 that
Yeah.
you're going to take into 2023, or that you have brought into 2023? Because we're here now.
But with that being said, like, I hate when people say "New Year, New Me." No, 2022 is just yesterday.
Yeah,
Okay.
literally.
So if you have a bag packed yesterday and you still have your stuff in it, you're still taking that into this year, and you have to unpack that bag.
Yeah.
So basically, be careful of the
So
stuff
you
that.
say you should have unpacked that yesterday?
No.
Oh,
But if you, a
Brought
lot
it.
of people don't unpack the same day.
yeah.
But basically, make sure like you're packing in like good stuff, like things that's not detrimental to your health, your well-being, your psyche, everything. And also, that New Year, New Me mantra is that should be stopped, because yes, you can wake up and be like feel and be like brand new,
Mm-hmm.
but unless you have like something life changing, or you make up in your mind that I'm gonna turn over a new leaf.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people might be doing that. I say, like last year, I said to in my family group chat, new year, same me.
Yeah,
Because I last year I was grinding, trying to get it and doing great things and still growing. But this year I'm gonna do the same thing.
yeah,
I'm the same me. I've just learned a little bit more. So in a way though, you are a new you. Every day you're a new you.
yeah,
because you learn more. You went to bed knowing more than you did when you woke up.
and you haven't seen this day.
So
no
it
one
is a
has
new
seen.
you.
Yeah, no one has seen this day. It could be a new you, but it's still it's you developed.
Yeah.
It's not brand new. Still, a lot of people still carry over.
I don't know. Maybe you
from
got some
this.
really good sleep. Some people.
You feel brand new.
Yeah.
Well, I've had that before.
See.
Or, you know
New-
what I'm talking about.
New year, new you, do you, boo boo. See, your lips was ready to say it. Do you, boo boo? But all right. So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. One more time, Happy New Year.
Happy New
Uh,
Year.
Do great things. Be great people.
Yeah.
We are Black Press.